Hello everyone, my name is Leslie Yeoman from Hungry Hefty Crafts, and today I want to show you a video on how to get the perfect journaling using your typewriter. I like to use my typewriter to add journaling to my layouts, but sometimes I find that when you put cardstock through it, it doesn't turn very well, and also because my typewriter is quite old, the key sometimes gets stuck and it's very easy to make a mistake, but I've found a way around this. So here's my layout ready to go. I've got a space over here ready for my journaling. I had originally thought I was maybe going to write it in with a white gel pen to bring in some of the white that's in these letters down here, which is why it's already stuck down to the page. But then I thought maybe I would write it on a white piece of paper or maybe use my typewriter. So because I was making this layout and I wanted to experiment, this is how I came up with this idea of getting the perfect impression every time using your typewriter. To start with, I'm going to measure this box, and once I've got the measurements, I'm going to take a scratch piece of paper, just a normal piece of copy paper, and with a pencil draw the box on there. So I know exactly the border of where my typing should go. So now I've got my box, I'm going to feed it through my typewriter, and there's a little lever on the side which allows me to line up that top pencil line and make sure it's straight, and these little tab buttons on the back I can also move, so when I approach the end of the box it'll ping for me so I know to go on to the next line. So now I'm ready to start. If I make a mistake, it is just copy paper, so I can simply just whip it out and draw a box on another piece of scratch paper and start again. I have learned this lesson the hard way because I have put scrapbook paper through my typewriter and made a mess and had to be creative in using it in other ways. So here I am at the end of my journaling, just a few more words, and because I can see my box, my pencil lines, I know that it fits perfectly in there. So let's take it out. Here's my journaling, fits perfectly within these pencil lines here, and there was a few mistakes. Here there is a letter which hasn't made an impression properly, so I'm using a pencil to go over the top of it. Like this, and I also have another bit down here, where is it, there, where it typed a letter rather than a space, but I'm not going to worry about that. What I'm going to do is take just some plain white address labels, and I'm going to snip a little narrow rectangle from the corner, and I'll use my tweezers to stick this over the top of that letter that shouldn't be there, like this. So now I'm going to use an eraser to rub out those pencil lines because I don't want them anymore, I don't need them. So here's my journaling. I've just snipped off the top of the copy paper so that the journaling sits at the top, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my home printer, which also has a photocopying function, and I've run some craft cardstock through the copier, so I'm actually photocopying the image onto the craft cardstock, and you can't see any of the mistakes that I was talking about earlier. It looks like a perfect impression. So I can put my scrapbook paper right through the printer or some white paper, whatever I want, so I can choose the one that looks the best. In the end, I decided to go for the craft cardstock. I've cut it to size and rounded these corners. So I'm just going to use some dimensional foam adhesive to adhere it to my layout. There we go. So there's the finished layout. Thanks for watching this video. It was fun learning a new technique, and I hope you can perhaps use this as well if you own a typewriter. And don't forget that you can always visit me over at hungryheffycrafts.com, where you can see more of my scrapbook pages and cards and have lots of tips and techniques and inspiration. Thanks for watching.